Hey guys, welcome back to Teen Vogue Live. I'm digital entertainment editor Ella Cerrone, and today we have Bridgit Mendler with us. Hi Bridgit, how are you?
Hi, I'm good.
What's going? You have so much going on right now. You've got a new album coming out.
Yes.
Tell me about it.
Yes. Nemesis comes out November 18th. And I'm really excited to share it with people.
Yeah, for sure. This is your first, project in a little bit.
Yeah.
So what was that process like of, creating all of the songs and everything?
Man, it was just crazy coming off of putting out the previous album. I think I just all of a sudden realized as I got back into the studio how much I had changed. And it took a second to just wrap my head around what I wanted to say and really what I cared about, what music I even was into. And I wound up finding these really great collaborators, these two guys, Book and Bastion, and we just slammed out the whole thing together. And the whole process was just very vulnerable and really thrilling. And so I'm just excited to share with the fans and people around the world in general, the product of that time period of my life.
Yeah, for sure, especially because I feel like when people already knew who you were, but then you put out My Name Is, Ready or Not was such a huge success.
Oh, thanks.
But to see the trajectory of how you evolved as an artist, what was it kind of like to explore that difference that you're not going to make the same album twice?
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. You're not going to. I think maturing and growing up, it was really just adding complexity to the work is what I realized. There were emotions that I hadn't shared before in my music, and there was a way of writing that I hadn't attempted, and those were a lot of darker colors that kind of were scary to me at first to share, which is kind of why this project is titled Nemesis. It's about confronting those other sides. But ultimately, I think that's a part of just growing up, is that you learn more about yourself, and I think that also reflects where my fans are at, because we're all growing up together, guys. No one's Benjamin Button. That's not a real thing.
What?
Except for Brad Pitt.
Yeah, that's true. That's he's IRL Benjamin Button.
Yeah.
But what was the most surprising thing you learned about yourself in this process of self-discovery?
Most surprising thing. I think when I was just I guess I was afraid of maybe I didn't have something to say, or maybe I didn't have any ideas. But then I think it was surprising to find that if you just pause and listen to yourself, something really cool will happen. Because I think a lot of times there's just so much we're exposed to right now. I think everybody's stressed out. Everybody's trying to hammer out ideas and thoughts and content constantly. And sometimes I think if you just press pause and trust that something cool will happen, it does.
Yeah, for sure. And that's such a good reminder. Let's take your single Atlantis. I'm saying that right?
Yeah.
Sorry, no. Had my welcome to Facebook Live. That's cool.
You're single.
Yeah, no, Atlanta. So what was that? What was that like? And how does it feel that it's out?
I mean, it was great. I went into the studio with Book that one day, and we wrote the song, and then at the end we were we tried. And then later on we came back with Bastion as well, and they were both no, let's give this song another shot. I was guys, I don't think so. But so I just revised some of the lyrics. They added some cool production stuff, and all of a sudden it was magical sounding. And we all really liked it, and it just, I hate to use this word, but it gave the feels. It was just one of those where it just put us into a mood, and I think that it felt like that was the kind of tone that we just wanted to set for the project.
Yeah, for sure. And lyrics tend to mean different things for everybody. If I'm going to listen to it, I'll hear something different than what you hear. So what do you hear when you listen to Atlantis?
Yeah, it is interesting because for me, I think my natural tendency as a writer is to write more abstractly. And what I've realized with that is that people just have their own interpretations, which is great. It's really cool, actually, that it creates a conversation, so I'm happy about that. I mean, for me, this song is about the sensation of numbness and kind of being surprised at that emotion and just being like, all right, well, this is what I'm feeling right now. I'm not going to feel it forever, but I don't feel anything.
Yeah, no, that makes a lot of sense. I think numbness seems like it's not a feeling, but it is a feeling or lack thereof. Mm-hmm. But wow. Gonna pause for a moment. Welcome.
Whoa.
To
Facebook
Inception.
Live.
But you're also balancing all of this with acting still. Mm-hmm. How do you find the time to, work on all of these different projects simultaneously?
I think it's just prioritizing, it's been a lot of, reading up and learning for me for music in so many different ways. And a lot of just, trying to figure out what my thoughts are, what my opinions are, which take freaking forever. I don't know if for everybody takes this much time. For me, it definitely does. It takes so long to figure out what I think. So I think for right now, I've just been putting a lot of that energy into music, and acting has been kind of the situation of, if there's a cool part that comes up, awesome, I'm excited to do it, and it's a fun experience. I'm really excited to get more creatively involved with acting in the future, and I think that I definitely will do that. But a lot of that just, perspective and energy has been going into music right now.
Yeah, for sure. That makes for people who know you initially, from Disney Channel and all of that stuff. What would you tell them about this new album and seeing a different side of you?
I'm just excited to be more real with you guys, and it's not discrediting what happened before, because I think that's a true reflection. Facebook Live. That's a true reflection of where I was then, but I'm excited to just pop back up again and say, hi, this is me now. So yeah.
Do you ever get fans who are kind of stuck in the Disney days, come up to you and talk to you about Lemonade Mouth or anything like that?
Yeah, but I mean, for me, that's not a bad thing. I think it's actually really cool. It's just funny. So yesterday I was at the airport buying myself some water and pickles, because here in New York, that's what they sell at a stand at the airport, which is great. But so I was purchasing those things, and I gave a smile to the woman at the cash register, and she smiles back at me in this conspiratorial way, and she gives me this look, and then she's just like, I know you, and it's just you have this funny relationship with just random people throughout the world that you come across, where they're like, I know who you are, and it's cool because I've been in their living room. And I love that. I love that there's this connection to them that feels warm and inviting and a part of their childhood, and it makes everywhere I go kind of friendly.
Yeah, for sure. And now that, especially that we have social media, and people just are connected to you on that level.
Yeah.
It just feels that much more intimate.
Yeah.
What do you, is there any one thing you love most about, connecting with people on social media?
I love the immediacy of it. I love that we can just have a conversation. I love just the ability to have conversations with fans, and the fact that they can feel noticed and acknowledged. And any time of day, I could just pop on and say, hey, what's up? And have a conversation with people. It just feels very friendly.
Yeah, for sure. So, also, I wanted to see if we have any questions from the audience for Bridgit.
We do. We have a couple of questions. Zane wants to know, what's one thing that you always carry in your handbag?
Well, right now, this is generally a snack, because I think I'm one of those people that has varying blood pressure. So right now, something that I'm experimenting with is, this is so LA of me, vegan jerky.
Vegan jerky is great, though.
It's so good. Because I like a good savory snack. But sometimes if it's just, ricey or something like that, that's not enough for me. I need a little bit of the protein. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, that's my go-to snack of the day.
Maybe I should start
snack trend.
Yeah,
Yeah, for sure.
Jane wants to know, who is your celebrity crush?
Ooh, I talked about this morning when I was doing my hair and makeup, because I don't do this myself, guys. I have no idea how to do this. Seth Cohen from the OC, Forever and Always.
So Adam Brody or Seth Cohen? Like the character or the
I've had this
actor?
conversation as well with people, actually, and I think Seth Cohen. No offense, Adam Brody. Seriously. It's better this way. You're married with a child. Seth Cohen's not.
Seth Cohen's married, though.
That happened in the series?
Yeah.
Okay, well, what should I say then? Like season 2 Seth Cohen?
That works.
Okay.
Season 2 Seth Cohen. Chrismica season Seth Cohen. Chrismica forever.
Oh, so good.
Jasmine Rose wants to know if there are any movies we should expect coming soon.
Trying to think if there's something. I think because I can't think of something, the answer is no. Unless I have really bad. No.
Greg says, Bridgit, congrats, you've come a long way.
Aww.
Rossi says, I love you.
Thank you.
So cute.
Wendy has a good question. She wants to know, did you like filming The Click?
Yeah, Wendy, way back. Good question. That was so much fun. I mean, Samantha Boscarino is my best friend. We lived together. And I met her on that movie. And we actually celebrated Valentine's Day on the set of that movie. And so all of us little scoundrel girls were all living in the same hotel room together. And we just ran around and, like, snuck Valentine's Day cards under every crew member's door. And we just, like, rode the elevator all day. We just sit in the elevator and bug people. So that's what you do when you're 14 and working on a movie. If you're, like, innocent like me.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's sticking random Valentine's under people's... I feel like I would do that now.
I'm just like, yeah.
Sabina wants to know, what is your favorite kind of music?
Favorite kind of music? I think there is the answer that most people say right now, which I think is very true, which is like every kind of music has something great to it. But I also really have a soft spot for a great lyric. So I think that kind of trumps everything for me.
Yeah, who's on your playlist right now?
Right now, I was just listening to Talking Heads album. What is it? Is that one famous one? I don't remember what it is. It's the one where they have and you may find yourself. No. How did I get here? So it's the one with that famous song on it, but the album itself is really good. And then what else was I just listening to? The new Drum album.
So good.
Yeah.
So good. That album cover is so iconic.
Oh my god, yeah.
The dog is so cute. Oh my gosh. You guys need to go listen to it.
Yeah.
Like ASAP.
He's the bomb.
Yeah. Bella wants to know, what is your favorite show on Netflix right now?
I love, I think it's on Netflix, In the Mind of a Chef. So there's like a bajillion of those different things. Like, you know, Chef's Table, Cooked, all that stuff. I like In the Mind of a Chef because I really like David Chang. And so it's just more of an in-depth look at him because I'm a stalker like that.
Have you been to Momofuku?
No.
You haven't?
I know. I read Lucky Peach.
It's such a good magazine.
Yeah. So that's...
What's your favorite thing to cook when you're at home?
My favorite thing to cook when I'm at home. Well, okay, this isn't my favorite thing to cook, but it's just a fun story. So, I love cooking shows, obviously. And so I liked Anthony Bourdain's Travel Abroad. And so I was watching his episode on LA, one of his super early episodes. He does one on Koreatown. And obviously I get hungry as I'm watching. And so I pressed pause in the middle of the episode, and I'm like, I gotta make something. And so actually got this out of the Lucky Peach cookbook. There was a recipe, not for Korean food, for Japanese food, but it was okonomiyaki, which for those of you who don't know, that's like their savory pancake. They put like cabbage in it and stuff. This one had squid in it. And so for me, I'm watching Anthony Bourdain. It's like adventure time. So I'm like, I'm going to go on an adventure in my own town. And I went to this like Asian market, and I picked up my squid, my cabbage, my Asian barbecue sauce, some bonito, and a bunch of other different ingredients that they put in it, and I made this Japanese savory pancake for myself and finished the episode, and it was a great little day I had alone.
That sounds amazing. Normally I just, I'll be watching like the Food Network, and I'm like, oh, that pizza looks great, and then I order pizza.
Yeah. No,
so no,
mine's more time consuming.
Yeah, no, but also like far more ambitious, so that's really impressive.
It's like, it's therapeutic for me.
It is?
Yeah, cooking, grocery stores, love it.
Yeah, there is something really just like calming about the big aisles.
Yeah, I love it.
Especially in LA, they're huge. In New York, they're very, very tiny.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
And so every time I go to LA, and I'm just like, wait, guys, there's like an entire aisle of cereal. Like it's. You guys probably think I'm crazy right now. It's fine. So do I.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, it's great. Are there any more questions?
We have one last question from Paula. She wants to know, are you planning to go on tour soon?
Yes, Paula. I don't know where you're from, Paula, but I am going to be in New York, LA, and South America. I'm going to be in Brazil, Argentina, and Peru this December. So, and San Francisco, yeah, as well.
Is there any? So are you doing smaller shows or?
I don't remember the size of the venue, but tickets are on sale now, so you can inquire about that. Yeah.
That makes sense. Well, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Can you tell everybody when Nemesis is coming out?
Yes, Nemesis comes out November 18th.
And you can also check out the song Atlantis, which is out right now.
Yes.
And thank you guys so much for tuning in. Have a great afternoon.
Bye.